DA's offices around the country now are populated with people who are political. They politicize the justice system. That doesn't mean we have to accept it. I'm not prepared to lay down and say, we need to have more corrupt people because we don't have the guts to stand up to them. And one thing about, it's our responsibility, one thing about these so-called secret courts, I know one of the judges who's on this panel, but what is misstated is, and I don't support the notion, but every time in our system with due process, whenever any DA seeks a search warrant, whether it's for material or contraband, to go into a place of business or to go into one's private home or private possessions, they ex parte go to a judge in order to get approval and lay out in an affidavit exactly what the probable cause is. If any of that evidence is seized, the person, the target, has the absolute right to challenge that in court, if ever it is offered. What has happened with respect to these so-called secret courts, because of the nature of the enemy that has waged war on us, the notion is, whether you agree with it or not, that the same process exists. There are affidavits. And if we continue to criminalize terror, then the terrorist will have the same rights that everybody here has and everybody else has in America, and that's the opportunity to challenge it in court. So it's really unfair to call them star chambers when it's exactly the precise thing that's gone on since 1787 and 1791, really, when the Bill of Rights was incorporated into the Constitution. But I don't want us to simply say that the bad guys have won. They're counting on that. And I'm telling you, we can turn this around. And we've got to do it for our children. We've got to do it for all the people who are in graves around this country and around the world. Can't just sit down and say it's too hard. We're Americans, every one of us, and we have that obligation to our heritage and to all those who will come after us. Because when they write the history of this time, don't let it be said that this was our worst hour. Make it the best, and every one of us can do it.